Right. Okay, so my talk is on solar panels, and I'm going to be discussing three people's solar panels: mine, Richard Riggs, and Barbara and Andy Pope's. So my solar panels, I got them for £4,830 from Solar Save of High Wycombe. So they were recommended by someone I know, and they were installed in August 2019. And the panels were made in China by a company called JA Solar. And I got 12 panels, and they cover about 20 meters squared of my roof space. They're capable of generating 3,674 kilowatt hours of electricity per annum, and they're southwest facing. And this is a helpful illustration that SolarSave gave me of what the output of my solar panels should be over the different months of the year. So obviously not getting much in December and January, but getting quite a lot in June. June should be the best month. So what electricity have the panels actually generated, and I haven't saved any money? Well, Octopus Energy installed a smart meter on the 19th of October last year, 14 months after I requested it and after the installation of the panel. So they were really slack and kept putting me off and saying, oh yes, it will be coming in a few months, and then it didn't come. So that wasn't very good. But the electricity generated during those 14 months was over 5,000 kilowatt hours. So I was able to work out what our household monthly average is. So there's 4 of us in the house, and the solar panels generated 423 kilowatts. We use about 300 kilowatts, and we had to import 155 kilowatts from the grid and exported 278 kilowatts. So most of the electricity that the solar panels generated, we didn't use ourselves. It was exported to the grid because we're all out during the day. So did we save any money? Well, the reduction of energy that we didn't have to buy added up to about £256. And of course, Octopus Energy charge 14.7 pence per kilowatt hour to import their energy, but only give me a miserly 5.5p per kilowatt hour for energy that is exported. So in the first year, I reckon the total annual benefit was £439, which was a 9% return on my investment. And Octopus Energy originally forecast 8%, so that would have been 1% more. However, because Octopus Energy was so slack at getting the smart meter installed, I actually made a 10.7% return because they had to compensate me. And they still are not paying me for my export energy. So, and I don't know why they're not answering my emails. So moving on to Barbara and Andy's panels, they live on Peachcroft. And when they were deciding to install panels, they got 4 quotes. One of them was from Solar Streets, which were the cheapest, but they went for Sim Solar, which is a small supplier from Wallingford, which they thought offered a high specification solution to benefit them and the environment. So their cost was 15,750, and that was about 50-50 for the solar panels and the battery storage, because they've got a Tesla Powerwall battery with the panels. So they were installed a very short time ago on the 24th of February. They've got 14 panels, and like my house, they're southwest facing, and they generate about 4,900 kilowatt hours per annum.
Sorry, this is your 1-minute call, Caroline.
Right, so it's linked to a Tesla Powerwall, which can store 13.5 kilowatt hours. So that table summarises what they generated, imported and exported. And they're hoping to get a smart meter on the 22nd of March, so they get paid for their exports. Here's some photos. That's their roof, that's the Tesla Powerwall, and that's the inverter in the loft. Finally, Richard had his panel installed at a cost of £16,000 in 2012, and he's lucky in that he gets fit payments of 50p per kilowatt hour, and his generates about the same as mine, 3,700. And the manufacturers have improved the efficiency of them over the years. He's with Ecotricity, and they offer a reduced tariff for owning an electric car, and Richard is still waiting for that tariff. Richard says you get about 150 watts per square metre of panel, and we get about 1,000 hours of sunshine per annum here. So each square metre of panel gives about 150 kilowatts per year. And a big installation it has a lower capital cost because of the proportional costs of the inverter and the installation. And Richard finally has sent me some graphs, and the one that he wants you to look at is the one on the top right. So this shows you what electricity has been generated and the sunshine. And he wants to point out that from 2017, the top blue line is a little more erratic than before. And he wonders whether that's due to climate change, that the electricity generation is fluctuating more in recent years. Thank you, that's it.
Thank you. Very good. Thank you very much, Caroline.
Right, now Rachel has asked me what inverter I've got on my solar panels. I've just looked it up. It's called I better put my glasses on, hang on. It's called a Solis Mini 3600 4G inverter 1.0 NR. Caroline, were the people with the solar, this is Roz, happy with their installers? Yeah, my installers were really, really good. Very personable, came around and explained everything to me that they were going to do, and then got on with it in the time frame they said. Everything was perfect. And I know that Barbara and Andy, you two were very happy with your installers, weren't you? And I'm not sure about Richard. Were you happy with your installer, Richard, 9 years ago?
Yes, of course, this was a long time ago, but he's still in business. Ian Jones, his name. I've forgotten the name of the business. He did some work on the electrical supply as well. It wasn't just the panels, but yeah, did a good job.
Okay, wonderful. Right, Joe Lakeland says, can anyone with PV actually recommend a company to use for generation and export? She started with RSPB Scottish and Southern 12 years ago, then Southern Co-op, and currently Ecotricity. They're all slow at doing what they promised. We do not have the special Ecotricity deal because we have dual fuel and a charging pod. But having our old star meter fail means we now have a smart meter, which introduced more problems. Are there any efficient, reliable energy companies you would recommend? Well, I can't recommend mine. They've been pretty hopeless, Octopus have. But can anybody else recommend a good company for exporting your energy through?
It's Good Energy, have a good reputation.
Good Energy?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we use Good Energy. We have done so for more than 15 years. And
me too. It's an excellent company.
So do we, yeah.